What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Coming off of a 3-in-1 day on the free picks, much needed. We are starting a heater right now. Yesterday was great for the free picks. Had a good day in VIP as well. Almost had that sweep yesterday, man, for the free picks. Mobley over 29.5 PRA. He had 27. The game was a blowout. If the Magic could have kept it close, Mobley cashed that line easily. He had like 20 PRA at halftime. It was free, man. But the Magic just couldn't do it. Cleveland's been a powerhouse this season. I knew that risk when I took Mobley. I even said it in the video. But yes, he did chalk us for our sweep. So we had Austin Reeves. He cashed us out on PRA. We had Chris Paul assists, which was free. Chris Paul had 6 assists at halftime. Then we had KO, Kelly Olynyk. I told you guys Olynyk was getting that 9 RA. That number is way too low when he's playing minutes, especially when he's playing for the Pelicans versus a team that gives up a lot of stats. Now, I'm going to say KO's line is probably going to go up the next game. I'm glad we got to play it while it was that low. I highly doubt it's going to get posted to 8.5. If KO gets posted to 8.5, I'll play his RA every single time. But I have a feeling it's going to go up to like 10.5 or 11 his next game, which we will see what happens. But overall, guys, yesterday was a good day. We cashed our tacos. Yes, I can play $100 on tacos, so if you see $100, no, it's not a fake slip. I can play $100 on Prizepicks VIP, and they give me that option on discount. So cash this $100 for $200. I like doing double up slips for the tacos. We cashed that one. We cashed this one, LeBron with Marshall, another $100 for $225. We cashed AR and Mobley right here, $75 to pay $168, another double up. We cashed this slip right here, Olynyk, just directly from the free picks. Had our man KO, had our man Austin Reeves. $100 won me $225. Then I had this play right here, which was a Chris Paul free pick with Mobley. So I bought Mobley down on Parlay Play and played it with, I just added in Ja Morant's promo square, which was over 19.5 PR points and assists, and it was a $50 max. Just doubled it up real quick. So nice $50 to 105. Can't complain at all about that. Before we do that, before I go through a plug, I do want to show you guys our VIP list. You are going to see today's free picks for a second, but this is what we had yesterday. So it is missing a couple plays. This is 225. Obviously, the day before that was pretty bad, but this is the 225. We cashed almost every single prop. We missed Zion points. We missed Mobley PRA. I should have put Mobley over 24.5 on here as well, so that would be another check. I actually have 2 Giannis plays that are in here that should have been checks for Giannis. Then I have one more X that should be on here for who was it? I can't remember exactly. There should be another X on here and another 2 or 3 checks. So this list should look better. Had a good day in VIP. And yeah, if you guys do want to get all of our plays, head on over to our WAP. Head on over to our Patreon. Link for both of those is down in the description. If you guys do want to get a free month, you can sign up for any partnered app. That includes Parlay Play, Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better, NOVIG, and now DABBLE. We now have a DABBLE code. DABBLE link will be down in the description. $10 deposit gets you a free month of VIP on that as well. Highly recommend you guys take advantage of any app you don't have. You get deposit matches on all these. Get a free month of VIP that does stack, so you can get up to 7 months of VIP for free. And if you guys don't want to sign up for that, if you guys don't want to join another app, or if you already have every app, you can join our Discord for free. The Discord is free. We'd love to have you guys a part of the community. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into these free picks. So feeling good about the free picks today. I got 5 picks today, actually. So we're going to see what happens with this. I hope it doesn't bite me in the butt. I said in the buck. Hope it don't bite me in the buck. Anyway, I'm hoping I don't get bit in the butt by taking one player for 2 different props, which you will see here in a minute. But let's go ahead and jump into these plays. So the first pick of the day is going to be on the Pistons side of things. So the Pistons are playing against Boston tonight. Scary matchup for Detroit, but Detroit has looked good this season. And I'm going to roll with our man Tobias Harris. So taking Tobias Harris, I like his PRA today. So 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists versus Boston. Pretty sure it is at Boston. I do need to confirm that. So 99.9% sure I've already checked that, but just for video's sake, before I say it is. So it is on Parlay Play as well. You can actually, 20.5 on Parlay Play as well. It's better payout on Prizepicks than Parlay Play, so I'd probably keep it on Parlay Play or on Prizepicks. Prizepicks might bump it. We'll see what happens, but anyway, let's pull up Tobias Harris here. So Tobias Harris for Detroit. They are playing at Detroit, so scratch what I said about at Boston. I thought it was at Boston for some reason, but they're playing at home, so that gives them a little bit of an advantage. But anyways, Tobias Harris over 20.5 PRA. He's cashed 8 of his last 10 games. He has cashed this in 61% on the season, and he has only keys where he's cashed it 5 of 7 games versus Boston. Now, what I was going to say, he did miss it his last game. He had 20 PRA his last game. The 2 games before that this season, so 3 games this season, he's cashed it 2 of the 3 games and hooked it that 1 game. So he's been playing well versus Boston. He's been playing well overall on the season. He's averaging 22 PRA, and in his last 10 games, he's averaging 24.4 PRA. So Tobias Harris has been playing well, man. Looking at Boston, Boston does not give up many stats. 3rd in points, 15th in rebounds, and 3rd in assists. So not many at all, but they do give up a lot of stats to 2 positions. The point guard position and then the power forward position. So the power forward position, we got Tobias Harris, obviously. They give up 19th in the league in points, 27th in rebounds, and then 18th in assists. So they give up a lot of stats to that position. So those are 2 positions you could end up taking versus Boston. The other 3, they got a good defense versus. So like Tobias Harris a lot tonight. And I'm going to pick him over here on Props Madness. And we're going to take a look at where they allow their points. So we're going to pull up Detroit, pull up Tobias Harris, and we're going to look at the shot chart. So it looks fabulous for our man, Tobias Harris. So he shoots 31% under the rim, which is a yellow matchup. He shoots 26% in the paint, which is a green matchup. 12% mid-range, which is another green matchup. And then he has got a 31% 3-point percentage where he has a yellow and orange. So 3 points don't look as good, but mid-range and in the paint, we're looking pretty good, man. Overall, I like this matchup here, and Tobias Harris is going to be our first pick of the day. If you don't like any play, obviously fade them, guys, but we're going on a heater right now. I'm telling you, you guys do want to be a part of that. So I just remembered, I did not pick yesterday's free VIP. So anyways, let's do this real quick before we jump into our second pick. So if this video gets 250 likes, I pick a random comment down below to win a free month of VIP. So make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment. You have to be subscribed to win the free VIP, and we're going to pick our winner from yesterday's video. So winner of yesterday's video is going to be for No Gween. He said, I thought I read the title wrong. It had me wheezing. Nah, No Gween, you did not read the title wrong. 0-4 sweep. I had to throw it in there just because I kind of deserved it. So I deserved to get some heat for it. But anyway, No Gween sent me a message on Discord. I got you a free month of VIP, my man. And yeah, I appreciate the love and support from everybody. But anyways, back to the picks, guys. So Tobias Harris, over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Pick number 1 of the day. Let's jump into our second play of the day. Second play of the day is going to be for our man Kessler. Now, this is a player that I'm taking 2 different props. Now, you can get a discount line, or you could play this plus money prop, which I actually really like. So I'm taking a risk on this one. If I had to pick one, I would probably take the PRA. So looking at and this scares me a little bit because a minute ago this was 1.5x. So I had Kessler 24.5 PRA at a 1.5x, and I didn't lock it in yet, but that does worry me. Did somebody get ruled in? We'll take a look at that in a second. But I like Kessler's assists. So they had Kessler over 1.5 assists. If it's down, I'm about to be pissed. All right. So you got plus money for Kessler to get 1.5 assists. So you got his assists, you got his PRA. Either one of those plays I like a lot. Now we're going to dive into both of these plays. I'm going to pull up Kessler on Prizepicks, see what we have to choose from on Prizepicks. So you have 25.5 PRA. Don't touch that on Prizepicks. And then they don't even have his assists on the board. So who would have thought Prizepicks is not going to give us good plays? But anyways, let's pull it up over here on OUTLIER.bet. There is a 7-day free trial of OUTLIER down in the description if you guys want to try this platform out yourself. I use it every single day on every single pick. But let's dive into PRA first. So PRA, Kessler cashed this in that is 6 of his last 8 games, and then 5 of his last 6 games where he hooked 1 game versus OKC. So he almost cashed it versus OKC. On the season, he's cashed it 52% of games, and then head-to-head data, he has been under every single game versus the Kings. So they are playing in Utah, are playing against the Kings. This game should be semi-competitive. Now, looking at injury news, Kings don't have anybody out other than Keon Ellis. The Jazz are missing John Collins. They're missing Lauri Markkanen, and they're missing Colin Sexton. And I don't remember if somebody else was out or not. Regardless, man, with those 4 players out, or those 3 players out, it should be good for Kessler. Now, Kessler does really, really well when Clarkson is not in the game. So Clarkson playing does hurt Kessler. It really does. I'm telling you, when you take Clarkson out of the game, and watch me just look stupid. Watch this not even be close. But yeah, take Clarkson out. He's cashed 70% of games on the season. Now, we can take this out, games without these players, and we can look at each one individually. Without Colin Sexton, he's cashed in 6 of 8 games, averaging 30 PRA. So Sexton is a huge body to take out of the game for Kessler. You go John Collins. John Collins, he's cashed 8 of 14 games without Collins, which doesn't affect him much. But then without Marketing, he's cashed 7 of his last 8 games, or 7 of 9 on the season without Marketing, averaging 30 PRA. So take out both of those players, and this should be Kessler's game. At home, he's cashed 50% of games on the season, so a little bit worse at home. And then obviously versus the Kings, he hasn't done amazing versus the Kings. If you look at his minutes, he's averaging 26 minutes per game. He only had 24 or 17 that one game, which was last season. This season, he had 14 and 24 of the 2 games. So hasn't looked great versus the Kings, but I do believe that most of their team was healthy in those 2 games as well. I'm not 100% on that, but I do believe they were. If you look at Sacramento's PRA defense, they give up 21st in points, 11th in rebounds, then 22nd in assists. Go to center, it's 16th, 25th, and 26th. So they give up bottom 5 defense in both rebounds and assists. And then they're middle of the pack in points. So Kessler can score for us. I like that for Kessler. I'm going to pull up this play on Props Madness. Take a look at Kessler. So this is where it gets a little bit ugly, but bear with me. So Kessler shoots 85% of his shots under the goal. Sacramento has the 2nd best defense under the rim. So it's a red matchup where 85% of his shots are, which is bad for Kessler. Kessler shoots his other 14% pretty much in the paint. And that 1% corner 3 probably isn't going to happen, but it could. He's a 1% there, which is a yellow matchup. Oh well. But does have a green matchup in the paint. So regardless, man, they don't have many, missing this many players. I just feel like Kessler's just, he's going to play well. I just think he is. It's kind of a gut feeling. If you look at by position, other centers versus the Kings, 9 of the last 15 last centers versus the Kings have cashed. DeAndre Ayton just cashed, Gobert cashed, Hartenstein cashed. So, I mean, overall, other centers play well versus Kessler. I mean, not versus Kessler, but versus the Kings. And I think Kessler's going to be able to do it tonight. So I think he's going to break this head-to-head matchup all red. He's going to have a green matchup today, over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists, which is and then now back to a 1.58. So this number's all over the place, man. All over the place. But 24.5, I like it. If you can wait for it to get back to 1.6x, it's going to be good. But if not, 24.5, you can take 25.5 if you want. I recommend taking the point bump or the point lower just because hooks happen all the time. So that is pick number 2 of the day. Pick number 3, I already said his assists. So this is plus money. You got plus 120 odds on Bet365 if you wanted to straight bet this line. He has cashed this in 3 straight games, or 3 straight games versus the Kings. So both games that he chalked PRA, he did cash versus the Kings. Now, Kessler is missing a lot of players. A lot of these scorers are gone, so Kessler might be a scorer tonight, but 2 assists is not that much, man. We can look at his assists on the season. He's cashed 48% of games. Games without Colin Sexton, he still cashed 55 of 8 games, which is 63%. You go games without John Collins, 50%, 7 of 14, it goes up. Games without Marketing, 67%, 6 of 9 games. So taking these players out isn't hurting his assist. If you do all 3 of them, if you take out just John Collins and Marketing, he's cashed 3 of 4. Just Marketing and Sexton, it's 2 of 3. And then without John Collins and Sexton, it's 2 of 3 as well, which is a 67%. So there's only 2 games with all of them out. He cashed 1 of those 2 games, so not a whole lot of data to go by. And then home games, he's cashed 45%. So it does go up or go down slightly from home games. But overall, man, I think Kessler's going to get this. I think you got good value here for plus money for him to get 2 assists. He's been killing his line for the most part. I mean, 3 of his last 5, and then 5 of his last 10. He had 4 assists in 1 game versus Phoenix. Playing against the Kings, man. Kings give up 26 in the league in assists. 4 assists per game to the center position. Kessler's a center that can get assists. I like the value here at plus money if you do want to lock it in. So that's all I'm going to throw out there. If you want to play one of them, you can pick the one you want. I don't really like one of them better than the other. Obviously, you got better payout on the assists, so if you wanted to risk it there, you can. I'm going to play both lines. Hopefully, it doesn't bite me in the butt or the buck, as I said earlier. But that is going to be pick 2 and 3. Walker Kessler, 24.5 PRA, and Walker Kessler over 1.5 assists. So those are those 2. And then for the next 2, we're going to jump over to the King side of things, or for one of them anyway. So the next one's going to be for our man Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a promo play on Parlay play, over 19.5 points. You got a 1.4x maybe. So yeah, right at a 1.4x for LaVine. He's a boosted prop. You can play this up to $250 on Parlay Play. Code Fantasy Aces on Parlay Play if you guys want to use it. But I like this line, man. I always scroll through the promos and just look at the ones I like the most. This is probably my favorite promo on the board. I mean, they got Towns rebounds. I like Siakam's points. I really do. But And Jalen Duren rebounds should be free. But it is versus Boston, so who knows. But regardless, man, Zach LaVine, 19.5 points is my favorite promo they have on the board. He has cashed it 7 of his last 10 games. He's cashed it 66% of games on the season. He's cashed it his only game versus the Jazz, this is back in 2023, so this isn't even this season. But I'm looking at his last 10 games. He's only played, 8 games with the Kings. So looking at it, he's cashed 5 of 8 games since he's been with the Kings. And last game, obviously, he was with the Bulls, but that's from last season. Doesn't even matter. Looking at Utah's points defense, they give up 28th in the league in points. So bottom 3 defense in terms of points allowed overall. If you go to point guard, it's 28th. Shooting guard is 29th. So bottom 2 to the shooting guard position give up tons of points. LaVine should be able to get us 20 points tonight. If you look at his field goal attempts, he's averaging 16.6 field goal attempts per game, and he's shooting a 49% field goal percentage, shooting 8 threes as well. So he just shot 84% with a 42-point game versus Charlotte. Now, Charlotte is probably the worst team in the league right now, let's be honest, and that's coming from a guy who likes Charlotte, but worst team in the league, worse than the Wizards right now. And LaVine scoring 42 doesn't really mean a lot. They did blow him out. But anyway, I think LaVine gets 20 tonight regardless, and I like this play. So I'm going to pull LaVine up. We're going to take a look at where they allow the points. So Zach LaVine, you got 36% of his shots under the rim, which is a red matchup. 6% in the paint, yellow matchup. 11% mid-range, yellow matchup. 38% from, what is that actually? It's 47% from behind the arc, and 38% of them are in a dark green zone. They give up more points in this three-point area than any other team in the league. So great matchup for LaVine in that aspect. Looking at similar players versus the Jazz, 6 of the last 11 have cashed. And then by position, 7 of the last 15, so less than half is cashed, which isn't great. But overall, man, looking at this chart, I like it. The green and the red pretty much cancel each other out. You got another yellow matchup. So full yellow board looks good to me. LaVine should get 20. Like that play a lot. That is pick number 4. Jumping into the final play of the day. This is our final. It's going to be a kind of a discount line. I think it is a discount line. Yeah, we got Holmgren at 10.5 points. Yeah, this is definitely a discount line. I don't know why I said probably, but Holmgren, 10.5 points. One of my favorite goblins on the board. OKC playing against the Nets. They should be able. I mean, the Nets probably won't keep it that close. We'll see what happens. But let's pull up Holmgren over here on Parlay Play. Let's see if he's at the same line or if it's a better payout. Let's take a look. They don't have Chet on the board. I thought I was spelling his name wrong. Okay, so Parlay Play does not have him on the board. So anyway, let's pull him up over here on Outlier. And yes, my nose is itching. I don't know why, but you keep seeing me touch my face. But anyways, original line is 10.5 or 14.5. Over 10.5. He's cashed 7 of his last 10 games. He's cashed it 4 straight games. He just cashed 19 points versus Minnesota, 20 versus the Jazz, 11 versus Minnesota the game before that, 12 versus the Pelicans. He's cashed this in 73% of games he's played this season. Head to head, he's cashed it 2 games versus Brooklyn. None are from this season, but he's averaging almost 18 points a game. This one should be free. It's a goblin play. I know you guys don't like when I play goblins. I think for this video I have. This will be 2 discounts. LaVine and Holmgren are definitely a discount. Kessler PRA was like a 1.6x. I'm not going to consider that a discount. I bought it down slightly, so that one's in the middle. And then we got 2. We got a plus money play and a regular play. So I feel like it's pretty balanced in terms of if it's a discount or not. But anyway, I feel bad giving another goblin, but it is 10.5 points for Holmgren. He's cashed this, and like I said, 7 of his last 10. If you look at Brooklyn doesn't give up many points. 8th in the league in points allowed. Go to center, it goes up to 12th, and the only other position that they give a lot to is really the small forward. But to the center position, they give up 17.7 points per game, which is almost 18. We'll pull it up on Props Madness. Go to OKC. Hopefully the Nets can keep it at least semi-close. I don't know how that's going to go. But looking at it, Holmgren shoots 46% under the rim, which is a green matchup. 13% in the paint, which is orange. 6% mid-range, which is yellow. And then he shoots 35% from behind the arc, which is orange and yellow. So overall, it's kind of a decent matchup, kind of an average matchup. 1 of the last 5 have cashed in similar players. And then looking at similar position, 83% have cashed 5 of the last 6. So overall, looks like a good matchup for our man Holmgren. He should be able to get 11 points for us, and that is going to be our 5th pick of the day. So let's do a quick little recap. We have our man Tobias Harris over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We have Walker Kessler. We have 2 plays for our man Kessler. We have 24.5 PRA, which is 1.6x payout, and then we have a 1.85x for Kessler to get over 1.5 assists, which I like that play. We got Zach LaVine over 19.5 points, boosted payout over on Parlay Play if you want to play it there. And then we got our man Chet Holmgren, who is a 10.5 point goblin on Prizepicks if you want to lock him in over 10.5 points. But anyways, guys, hope you guys have a great day. We're going to keep this heater going. Feeling the 5-0 sweep tonight. We're going to be 8-1 tomorrow on our free picks in the last 2 days. I'm feeling it. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Hope you cash every single slip. Join our free Discord. Leave a like and comment, and I'll see y'all in the next video.